Hello everyone, my name is Trittany. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. This is the Crown and Castle Collective, where we can all be the rulers of our own kingdom that we call life. And this pick a pile reading is designed to look at you and your magical abilities, your talents, and all of the magic that you hold. What can you do to grow that, make it stronger, and have it flourish within you and around you? If you're trying to manifest something in particular, if you're just trying to get your mojo back, if you felt a little bit out of touch or drained lately, this may tap you back into what can help you, arrive to a more stronger standpoint. Anyways, the three collectives here, all the timestamps are going to be down below in the comments, as they always are. Thank you already for just joining me, and if the video resonates with you anywhere throughout, you know the drill. Give it a like. Let me know in the comments what's resonating with you. They give me chills. I love to read what you guys have to say. And don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe over on my community page here on YouTube, you can vote on what topics get posted next. So thank you for everyone who participated. This one was actually the top voted. Whew. All right, introductions. They're fun. They're awkward and interesting. So we're going to go ahead and get started with lovely pile number 1, and then pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you chose pile number 1, we're going to be taking a look at what you can do to make your magic stronger. What kind of energies can you reach out to? I'm going to have to figure out this camera angle here. I usually don't record at this spot. I usually record over by the window. I love the view. If you've seen any other videos on my channel, it's crazy. You can see all the bunnies and animals running around. But we're focusing in on these energies. I really wanted to not lay room for any kind of distractions in this video. So, collective number 1, what can you do to increase your magic? The first card that we have, okay, it's 24 magical powers. Adds up to the number 6, definitely purple crown chakra, phoenix energies. And it says, magical powers, I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. So that little chant, mantra, is definitely something that you can use to either harness your magical powers or abilities. I really recommend this deck, by the way, which is the... What is this deck? I can't think of what it's called. I will list them down below, but it is full of magical spells and cast work that you can do. Now, this is already giving me, with the Phoenix energy, a lot of fire being used, perhaps, in your works. Now, we also did just have a Scorpio full moon, if you're watching this as it's being posted. So if you have interacted at all with any of Scorpio placements within trying to activate or bring light to certain magical abilities and manifestations, it's already being recognized in the forefront. You guys have a lot of potential behind you, and you may go through very high highs and very low lows. So this is something that fluctuates, because the Phoenix, with Scorpio is all about transition, rebirth, being the scorpion, then the eagle, and then bursting into flames and becoming the Phoenix, only to again arrive at the scorpion. So you could feel like you go around and round and round, and some days you're totally in touch with your abilities, some days that they can be a little bit overwhelming, while others you may be like, where has it gone? Has it left me? It's never going to leave you. It's just something that comes and goes, and it could be hard for you to control this energy or these abilities that you have within you. So that can be a little bit overwhelming for some of you, is what I'm picking up on. Alright, we also have Rose Pink Dragon. Prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. So for some of you, I'm getting with this energy, you know, when you're either overwhelmed or searching for this magic that you've worked so hard over the last few years or the last transits or the moon cycles, and you're still waiting to see those results, is that you can never quite lose faith. You have to try to keep that energy within your heart chakra and your heart space, and also trying to keep yourself in a positive light, but also your perspective on the situation. And for some of you, you could really doubt this ability. The pinks and purples too coming through are really starting to show more feminine energies, so that could be something that you are needing to nurture more of your feminine sides, because it's almost like a little bit of self-doubt, and if you're being overly sensitive to these intuitive or psychic abilities, that can be a little bit overwhelming, like I just kept saying, but you could need to tone it down within yourself, you know, not like water it down, but be more relaxed and at balance with your feminine energies that allow you to not only like reciprocate the energies, but you're able to nurture it and hold it better when it's flaring up and crying and overactive. You're able to be patient with that and calm it down to a sense or a level that you're able to manage it more. And then when the energies are very low, you're able to be patient with yourself and love yourself no matter what stage you're finding yourself in. I'm getting for you, a lot of you guys though, you're ascending very, very fast. So that could be causing a little bit of, you know, pains, aches, overactivations. A lot of you too could be trying to see the good in the world right now, which is a very difficult thing. So a lot of you are trying to remain positive and not let that affect your energies in and around you. We also have number 2, the seer. Okay, so a lot of you guys are psychics, have very sharp intuitive abilities, with that crown chakra already coming up here with that purple. A lot of you guys could be dreaming or seeing visions, whether you're awake or asleep. We have more feminine energies flowing through as well. I'm also hearing a fall from grace. Either, I'm picking up that it's not necessarily you though, because I feel like you guys are rising so forcibly fast that you're already recognizing in your heart space that there's some people, some things, old parts of yourself that are not able to rise to this level. And it's not just gonna fall away with you rising. There are certain things that you are actually going to have to physically, emotionally release. And I'm hearing for a small part of you, it's not going to be easy. There's definitely going to be resistance from the counterpart, if you will. So take that for what it is. We're going to move along here for what you can do more of. Okay, so these are just oracle cards, just meant to kind of let us see what it is exactly that you're working with. And you guys could be working with a lot of different magical modalities for healing, Reiki, massage therapy. Maybe you're into oils and tinctures or jewelry, making clothing. So be careful that you're not wearing yourself out. You'll have a lot of ideas because with this crown chakra coming through and this heart chakra, your head and your heart are in the right space. Just make sure that you're not sending yourself into that burnout when you're, you know, rising so fast that you just become ashes and send yourself right down to where you started prematurely. But we'll move into what you should do more of to help this magic conjure itself. We have the Ace of Wands. Again, that creative energy that was just coming through for a lot of you. You have brilliant ideas and you really want to do the best, not only for yourself, but for the world around you. And you almost even want to leave it. You guys really want to leave the world a much more accepting place, even, is what I'm hearing, than what you entered into. Maybe you weren't as accepting of your abilities at a younger age, or maybe just the community around you was not as allowing for those energies to flow through you. And that could have caused a little bit of a blockage, or for things to be a little bit unbalanced now as you're coming to terms with these abilities. So it could be harder for you to control them. Man, they're very, very strong though. And a lot of you guys, I feel like at first took this for like creative inspiration, but it's starting to become something more, where either you're incorporating, you know, parts of your magic into things that you're making with your actual hands in the 3D world. If it's a particular design or creation, you're intentionally doing that. Or if it's music, you could be underlaying certain kind of frequencies. And a lot of potential too, with what you visualize your own talents and abilities to manifest into, how you picture them to grow. Just be careful that you're trying to keep yourself on the right track, because you could accidentally manifest some kind of fears as well. So what you should do more of with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups, these are, wow, two of the most creative bunches in decks, okay? The Ace of Wands is all about really coming forth with your passion projects, okay? When we think fire, it's creativity, movement, travel. And the Page of Cups is someone who's very young, but in a fresh, vibrant way that's avant-garde, willing to try new things, kind of more of Aquarius energy in Sagittarius here as well. But definitely Scorpio water and Sagittarius here. Still more Aquarius as well. I think what Spirit's saying for you to do more of really is just to exercise this ability. Because for a lot of you guys that are struggling with maintaining, even obtaining control of these visions, these thoughts, these feelings, even if you're feeling like you're picking up on the world around you, or the way that you're seeing certain situations play out that are kind of troubling to you, you can almost like intervene with that energy by trying to go into this deep meditative state and working on how you envision that situation to play out, even if you're not involved with it. You know, really sending that situation love and light, and then doing something creative, writing, drawing a picture, sentencing, even singing for some of you, for like what the outcome is that you want to create, whether or not it's something that you're involved directly with. The Ace of Wands here too. I mean, this fire is just imploding. And we had the Phoenix card came out at first. So again, for a lot of you, you could be doing burning of any kind of sorts, using fire, smoke. And the Page of Cups here too, I would perceive as blessed water, holy water, if you will, from whichever kind of divine location, river, source. You know, this could be even rainwater. It could be puddled water, it could be tap water that you've given a little bit of Reiki to, whatever kind of blessed, I would say liquids, I guess, yes, but water particularly can really help you blend these energies together. For some of you, you could be doing more of finding yourself too, because I feel like if you got really overwhelmed with these energies, it kind of sent you back into yourself, where if you tapped into this and then it kind of left for a little bit, you kind of felt left within your own. So you're almost kind of like redefining who you are now that you know that you hold a lot more potential and a lot more energy behind yourself than you ever could have imagined. It's something like you almost even accidentally stumbled upon, or again, like I was saying, you found it more of like a creative talent, ability, or outlet. But with you expanding your creative mind, I feel as if you kind of hit that wall where it may have, I would say, decalcify your pineal gland, which is always kind of like the initial awakening that we face. But we have several different awakenings through our life where we happen to, rise up a lot further than we were ready for. And I feel like you were working with these energies and you were pretty fine and content, and then all of a sudden one day it just kind of like the fire got so hot that it just kind of plumed. And now she's unlocking and tapping into a lot more than she originally had. And with the Page of Cups, it's learning something new, having new talents, new abilities. Some of you guys could be really into painting, and I was picking up watercolors as well. Someone's working on their blending or making transparency, like fog off in the distance or clouds, or just the natural blending of colors. And I feel like that's a good analogy as far as what you guys are trying to do. You're not really trying to blend in with the world around you. You're trying to blend your own energies cohesively together, like your old self with your new rising self. You're trying to blend that together so that you can make a new you. I don't know, but there's a real rising Scorpio ashes kind of vibe. Sorry. We'll leave it at that. Alright, we'll keep going here for what energies you guys can reach out to help your magic grow stronger. We have Ametrine, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. I can't make this stuff up, and I did actually flip these cards over. I like to do like the oracle cards first and then go into the tarot. We went from the top row to the bottom, I guess, and that might be for a reason. I was totally picking up on this message, which cheers to me. And I definitely feel like this just kind of clarifies a lot of what the water signs are going through right now. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, if you have a lot of water in your chart or fire, this isn't sign specific, but just coming from my own personal experiences and those whom I talk and interact with, seems to be a common theme. Anyways, balancing masculine and feminine energies. I don't know if I really even need to go much deeper into that, considering I just already explained it. But I feel like a lot of people are just experimenting in the most healthy, creative, fresh way. This is totally what the world has been needing right now. And I feel as if coming out through the last year of 2020, where, we have a huge sense of loss, for us to even be ahead of the curve and start creating, not only just for like society and society's sake, but just trying to help ourselves and our mental health coming from, I would say, like a selfish, but in a positive way, that we're creating for our own self. And in turn, may that go out into the world and find those who resonate with it, with this heart chakra energy. Oh, this is a very, very big message. Okay, so we're gonna step into see what kind of, I guess this one's a house card. I can't tell what it is yet, but we have the third house, which is associated with like the world around you more close though. So this would be like your neighborhood, your siblings, not necessarily your parental figures, but like aunts, uncles, cousins, people who were really close in your neighborhood, roommates, committees that you're constantly in contact with, just those people that you interact with frequently in the communities around you. So I would say this would be a sense as in just like really putting yourself out there, even like for the people that, oh, for some of you, there's some people that think they know you, but there's another flip side to you that's just constantly evolving, constantly refining, rising from the ashes and changing. You're very self-sufficient or self-efficient with your own energies. So you're just constantly striving to not only see the best in other people, but to see what parts of you could be better. And it's not just like a selfish in a bad way. Again, it's not like you're constantly trying to make yourself the best, but you're trying to show up better for the world around you. Creatively, emotionally with the Page of Cups, expressively. I feel like you guys aren't trying to come off too harsh in a weird way. Sorry. Okay, so we're just going to skim that message. But the third house, again, is about that communication. It's ruled by Mercury, Gemini. And as I'm trying to say that, of course, I'm getting tongue-tied. This also talks about it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I feel like a lot of you guys are very much so self-made in whatever field that you're working on. And there's a real sense of individuality. So with your magical talents and abilities, you're gonna have to, take a good outline on whatever it is that's really resonating with you. And this comes with any spiritual practice, is that you eventually make it into your own. So for some of you guys, maybe you're being afraid to break the rules a little bit or test the norm or go outside of the lines, so to say. You could be very spiritually or religiously strict upon yourself, where you could need to branch out a little bit, because if you're holding it too tightly or setting certain boundaries around the magic that you're trying to perform, you're not allowing it space to reach out and grow. And I feel like there's a lot of people outside of your energy right now that are looking in, and a lot of that Scorpio energy. And like I said, you don't have to be a Scorpio. We did just have the full moon in Scorpio, so this could be why this is very prevalent for the pile. There's a lot of people on the outside looking in that are very, very interested. So don't be afraid to try out new things. And I feel like you guys aren't necessarily afraid. It's just that you're trying to find the details and the in and outs of what it is that you're wanting to do, how you're wanting to see it manifest. And it seems all very healthy. I mean, the flow we have here is immaculate. So for your guys' magical abilities, I feel like it's mostly so far just trying to control the highs and the lows and balance yourself, and then actually sit down with those energies so you can transfer it into whatever it is that you're working on. And it's very simple as that. I don't see anything else very big coming out yet for you guys, but we're going to get a couple of more. This card is actually supposed to be what should you do less of in order to grow your magical abilities. We have number 6, the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is ruled by Gemini, just like the 3rd house here, which, you know, we could take this for face value, which we'll get into, but the Lovers, more importantly, is all about decision making, having to make a choice that ultimately could be our downfall. For some of you, maybe you don't want to sell out, or you don't want to overprice your magic. And I feel like your guys' abilities, you know, they have quite a big value, perhaps not a numerical value. So that could be something that you're struggling with. But also, the Lover's card, I mean, maybe you're focusing too much on personal relationships or intimate relationships, that this energy is just not where your magic is being activated. So maybe hold off on the love spells and stuff like that for the moment. Also, 6 is a very reoccurring number that we got going on here. And we also had another message coming through here that was about the value. I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe your magic and abilities, it seems very healthy so far, and your heart is so well vested in it, and it's something that I feel like has always been coursing through you, and you've been working with it for quite some time, where it doesn't even hold, like, it's not even about the financial gain, if you will. It's more of about your own adventure and abilities to help others and to put that positive energy out into the planet at the moment, because it's just what it needs, okay? And I feel that you're going that way with it, which is pretty good. All right, we're gonna get another card here. We have the 4 of Swords, confusion. So this is meant to just kind of clarify what it is that your magical abilities are. And with the 4 of Swords here, the confusion, this is to clear confusion. So when you guys sit down, and everyone gets tired of hearing this, trust me, I know. When you actually sit down and meditate, I feel you guys are able to quantum leap dimensions very, very, very fast with this magical powers coming through right away. You guys could be very strong psychics, intuitives, empaths, whatever it is. Because with this confusion card, I feel like if you're empathetic, it's very easy for you to get thrown off and feel, you know, not necessarily attacked, but impaled by other people's downpour of energies, which can really take its toll on you. But you're able to recognize it very, very quickly with this confusion card. You are able to decipher your own energies from others. You're able to give really solid advice and direction in life. And with this 4 of Swords here, it's a very close attention to detail for all of the artists that are out there, the musicians, the writers. You're able to make what it is that you're trying to portray and communicate with this 3rd house. You're able to simplify it into terms that are best perceived by others, and you guys cater to all kinds of, what is the correct word? You cater to all kinds of groups of people, we'll say. So like men, women, young, old, you know, foreign or native of your country, and whatever end of whatever spectrum, political spectrum, identification, you guys do it all. And I feel like that's because you are from such a higher perspective that you're really grounding yourself and bringing down a lot of heavenly gifts with you, creative and inspirational ideas. A lot of you guys who have these psychic or intuitive visions or dreams, prophecies, even is what I'm picking up on. You may feel that it's more of a burden than it is a blessing, and that's just something that you're really trying to go through the works with. Perhaps you've been picking up on more negative, shadow energies than you have of light and positive messages. And that could just be something that you're really trying to work through right now that kind of has you doubting or really feeling like this is a burden rather than your innate gift and ability. There could be a lot of things, going on for a group of you two with love life and relationship that could have. Sorry, my camera overheats when I record from this angle for some reason. But as I was saying, for a lot of you, I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on outside, like with your love life and your relationship, that could have you second guessing either, your role in the relationship or your role in the community, your family. And there could be a lot of internal confusion as well. With a lot of this expressive energy coming through in the balancing of masculine and feminine energies, you guys could be really trying to work on your self-identity in this life. And that could be confusing when, you're already in certain kind of relationships that put you into a specific kind of role. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even read the lines for this role. Like, I don't know if I'm the best. And I feel like you guys really aren't actors. So, and that could be really difficult with family and significant others. And in regards to your magic growing, is that this is all just a part of the ride, okay? And for some of you, again, I felt like there are some downfalls. There's certain people who are resisting these changes that you are making in and around yourself. And only the strongest will survive. All right, and what other energies can you guys reach out to increase your magic? We have integration, Molian. So I don't know what Molian is, but that could be an herb or flower that you guys could use to integrate into your practices, if you will. But yeah, this is really what we were trying to pull into earlier, is I feel like a lot of your talents and your abilities is something that you've probably been holding in close to yourself, and it's something that's meant to be more expansive and more expressive. So even if this is a gift or talent that, maybe you're not comfortable sharing with those closest to you or around you, there are other outlets that you can pour this positive, blessed, higher vibrational energy into your everyday tasks, into things that you create, and, the food that you cook for yourself for lunch and dinner, the glass that you pour for yourself. It's those smaller things that you guys have a lot built behind that you can just simply integrate into your day-to-day life. Also, I'm hearing there's a lot of things that if you already have a ritual or like some kind of schedule that you follow spiritually, or certain things that you do on certain significant days and events, that there's more that you can bring into those practices that are going to help increase your turnout, so to say. And I feel like because you guys could be having a little bit of self-doubt or overactive crown chakra energies that are causing some confusion, some detour, some burnout energies. I'm hearing something about researching on the internet or doing something on the actual web and purchasing items that you can pull into your altar space. Things that you find outside in nature, things that get shipped to you, things that you created yourself. Also working a lot with the moonlight, whether it's, even if it's not a full moon, that's just when things are most strong, of course, there. But, even if crescent moons are your thing, okay, those things are cute. So you could be working through all phases of that. You don't have to just do, not necessarily do, you don't only have to practice on auspicious days. I'm getting that you guys can integrate these energies whenever it is that you're needing them. You can call on spirit and your higher self whenever you start to feel those lows or that confusions. Ultimately, I feel like in this sense, they're not going to save you. Okay, no one's gonna come and save you. It's almost like you have to save yourself, or you have to ask for that help from spirit, from source and God and your angels. And you have to consciously decide to make those movements. Okay, we're also going to pull Tap Your Resources, which is burdock. So this is like a root, a plant that you could look for to help with any kind of magical manifestations, potions, altar work. So this just really clarifies that the Tap Your Resources is, kind of going through your cupboards and really utilizing the tools that you have around you, although it may not be much, and making the most of it. And for some of you, you could feel like maybe you don't have very many or, very potent magical talents or abilities, is that you have a lot more than you can think, okay? Like in the back of your cupboards, behind those cobwebs, if you actually sit with this energy, you can grow it in any direction that you put your mind to, because you guys are a very, very strong vessel right now, and you have to be careful that you're not pulling in these meteors that are going to eventually arrive in your orbit and into your energetic field. Whether that's intentionally or unintentionally, sometimes we empathetically pick up on other people's energies, those closest to us, the Lover's card, and it could be hard for us to detach ourselves from those energies, especially when, it's someone we love and care about. If they're going through a hard time, we want to be there for them and with them through those challenges, but make sure it's not leading you astray in your own energies. You guys are just very creative individuals. I can't get over this Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups here. Y'all just need to get rid of your artist block. I feel like that's what a lot of you guys are dealing with here. You are really big creators, okay? And I feel as if you're trying to rebalance yourself, your masculine and feminine energies. And for some of you, that could be, literally in your own physical body, whatever pronouns it is that you prefer. That could be, a whole path that you are traveling through right now. And it could be, wow, it could be a lot, okay? So this reading was a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was not anticipating this. But I hope it was at least able to give you a couple of messages. This is the first time I've tried to do a specific kind of reading like this. So let me know in the comments what parts really hit home with you. Give the video a like, or if you subscribe, like I said, you can actually vote on what videos I post next. If this one, didn't really float your boat, you can vote on what topic it is that you are searching for, and I can deliver that for you. So thank you guys so much. I will see you next time. I'm going to be sending you guys lots of love and light. Thank you so much. Hello, collective number 2. If you chose the second pile, we're going to take a look at what you can do to make your magic stronger. Pile number 1, just to kind of see how this was going, they just kind of got an update about what was really going on within and around them. So hopefully this gives you some clarity. I hope, and my goal is to at least get 1 or 2 messages for everyone who watches this. So I hope you're able to take away some kind of guidance or clarity on whatever it is that you're going through right now. Please let me know in the comments where this video resonates with you, or you can, give it a like, simple as that. And I think we are ready. Collective number 2, what can you do to enhance your magical abilities? We have number 31, trust. Adds up to a number 4, which is a very stable foundational number. The blue chakra is speaking more to the throat chakra. So really trusting your own voice, trusting your intuition. In the mantra or the spell work that you can use here, I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. So there could be a lot of trust, either trust issues, or that could be where you really need to focus your energies right now is, are you trusting the messages that you're being given, the intuitive pulls and pushes that you pick up on? Are you following through with them? Are you really trusting what it is that needs to be said or done, and trusting that they will all work out in your favor? Alright, so these are supposed to be kind of broad. We're going to go through the oracle cards first and then go into more tarot to get the details. So you guys got 2 cards here, 2 dragon oracle cards. So what else can you do to make your magic stronger? Oh, more blue. We have dark blue galactic dragon, helps you listen to the voice of the universe. Voice. Okay, so some of you guys are getting like, I don't know what the words are, clairaudient, or you're able to hear messages, or you're able to like pick up on tones and frequencies that are higher than most people are able to pick up on. And wow, this is just a really, really cool card to come out with the blue. That's a very beautiful color scheme, if you will. And I don't know if I read it. Helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. A lot of you guys could be getting pulled towards new direction in life. Maybe you're still somewhere in between and you really don't know where that's pointing for you. You guys are really able to listen and decode the messages that spirit and your higher self are giving you. But a lot of you could run into some doubts, of course, as to if you're perceiving the information correctly, if you're using it correctly. With a lot of this blue coming through, you could be doing more vocalization in your spiritual practices. You could be singing, you could be dancing, you could be reading scriptures vocally out loud, or even in your own mind, and really calling on those certain energies, really bringing a voice and speaking it into existence. It could be really powerful for you right now. Music as well, like I said, for some of you, you could be picking up on certain musical lyrics or even the beats in the background. Ooh, a lot of galactic coloring coming through. We also have Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus, if I pronounce that right. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Whoa, okay. So for some of you guys, I'm even picking up on, for those who are in intimate connections, or, you're starting to think or starting to feel like you're reaching a point in your life where maybe you're trying to start a family. For a lot of you, I'm getting like there's two masculine energies here, and that doesn't have to mean that you both identify as masculine, but like there's two very strong figures here. It could be a water sign and a fire sign coming through here. The connection is very, very strong. One person could be a little bit more old-fashioned than the other. One person could be darker complected than the other. It's almost like there's a yin and yang sense, but they're both very masculine driven. I don't know where that's coming from. It's not a relationship spread, but you could feel like this is a part of you as well, where, maybe you feel as if you're picking up on two supreme spirit guides or angels that are both very prominent and strong figures. And a lot of you guys, I'm getting, are rising into a certain kind of recognition or spotlight that you could be questioning if it's something that you're even worthy of. Is it something that is only going to be temporary, or is it going to be something that endures long-lasting timelines? These colors can also be things that are calling to you at the moment that you can use in your magic to hopefully draw in these divine, I want to say they're divine beings. Those are the very, very strange energy to come through. So if you guys have been picking up on your spirit guides or angels, these two characters, let me know who they are. We also have number 16, the Blasted Oak. Okay, so this is the Tower card coming out here, which is a very strong and sudden spark, an epiphany. In this case, there is that sense of, will I fall or will I fail? And you guys could really be distrusting your abilities, your magic. Really be careful too. If there's this big sense of things going wrong, your magic could be very potent right now. So you could need to double check the fine print, really lay out an outline for your practices, your rituals, whatever it is that you're doing, and make sure that, that nothing gets misperceived or even mistranslated is what I'm getting. Especially with this throat chakra coming through, there could be something that's lost in translation as well. So I think that we'll get more on this Tower card later. I feel like this is your own worries and your own anxieties of, maybe feeling like you're not worthy and you're not safe. For some of you, you could feel like your magical talents and abilities is something to be feared rather than flourished, okay? So what can you do more of to help your magical abilities? Well, the first card that we have is the Ten of Cups. Wow, a stark contrast to what we were just picking up on. This shows that you guys are safe, okay? This is a whole family, a community. The Ten of Cups is the highest of the suit before reaching, the page, the knight, the queen, the king. And this is the ultimate emotional fulfillment. They're at such peace. They're enjoying brunch, I would imagine, at this lovely, peaceful location. And wow, you guys have such an amazing support group. You really do. Whether it's your friends, your family, your spirit team is very, very, very strong. And I feel like they're trying to speak to you and trying to show, just with how strong of clarity that you're reaching these messages, is just how strong their protection is around you, that you don't need to have this fear of failing or falling, that they got you. You're on their team. You're on the good guys, okay? So for some of you, you could be dealing a little bit with either, feeling really down on yourself, okay? Just not trusting your intuition and feeling like it's something that's going to fail you. Maybe you're a little bit skeptical as well. We also have the Six of Pentacles here for what you can do more of to help your magical talents and abilities. With that Ten of Cups here in the Six of Pentacles, that's someone who is willing to share, okay? And give back. A lot of you guys could learn from your ancestral history, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, or even looking at younger siblings that you have in the family and sharing your experiences with them, because maybe you feel like this is something that's very untraditional, something that you're not used to dealing with or having, and that it's meant to be repressed. But if you would be surprised probably just how many people and family members in your lineage have also experienced similar kind of energies. And that could be really comforting for them to know that, maybe you're feeling pushed and pulled towards a different direction in life, and it could be something that you're a little bit skeptical about. And if you share this with your family, your friends, and those closest to you, I feel like they would want more for you. And I feel as if this pull is towards a great risk that maybe you're a little bit iffy to take, but those who have your back know just how strong you are, and that this is something that you should be, well able to. Sorry, my camera keeps overheating. But I feel that there's some kind of knowledge or, some intuitive message that you're picking up on that could be kind of groundbreaking for you guys, or something that you're a little bit insecure about. And if you're willing to open up and share this with others, they're going to be very supportive and also very accepting of it. And I feel like it's not going to, change anything really about you, but I feel like it's going to add value to you. The fact that you're able to open up and be vulnerable to these people, it's going to really deepen the bond and the trust that they have for you. But it's not going to change. I'm just picking up, it's not going to change everything that you've been through, okay? Whew. We're going to move along here and take a look at what other energies can you reach out to help enhance your magical abilities. More purple. We have Charlite. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Dang right. So I feel like the blues and the purples speaking very loudly for you guys right now. That could be any crystals that represent the colors that are speaking to you throughout these cards. So definitely reach for those. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could have just very, very strong intuitions, and that could be something that can become overactive where you could intuitively pick up the patterns of how certain situations and timelines are playing out in your life. And that can set certain, kind of expectations for yourself that are just unnecessary. And I feel like those who are around you, they don't want you to place this resistance on yourself, if you will. So a little bit of a different message coming through there. We're going to take a look that we have 2 astrological signs here for how you can activate and enhance your magical abilities. We have Aries, and we also have Cancer. Ooh, okay, so that totally picks up on these, like, Aries energy and Cancer for those dragons. So these signs can be specific to you and those who you interact with, but we're more importantly just looking at the fire and water aspects that are still playing out here. So if we read these cards side by side with what is interpreted in the deck, I'll read those to you guys. So it goes, energies to meet the challenge of your feelings. Energies to meet the challenge of your feelings. So these don't really, they're not super cohesive sentences, but there is a sense of, there's a lot of emotion running deep within you, and there can be some kind of regrets as well, some fallouts, or like I said, expectations that you placed upon yourself that you feel you didn't meet, and that you kind of could have lost faith or lost trust in the universe, God, source, your higher self, and spirit. And you could be trying to get back in touch with that. And I feel like your loved ones, you never had this fall from grace with them, okay? No matter how big of a tumble you took, they still love you and they still value you. They don't look down on you. They just want to see you rise higher and higher and tap into these positive, magical energies that you hold within your own potentials. We also have your desires regarding attitudes from the past. Okay, yeah, so this is again wanting to change things that have already happened that maybe you lost control over, or situations you would have changed or wanted to play out differently. Now, when we look at our magical talents and abilities, we have our own sense of what has happened, either to us, for us, and the people that were involved, and we can go back and actually work with these energies. If we sit with them here today, we can go back and rewrite the story and change the narrative. But that's not to say that you're going to change it to, make it something that works for you in a different light. Don't take that the wrong way. But you can definitely work through past traumas, and I feel like you guys have a really good ability with regaining people's hopes, people's trust. You could be a really great motivational speaker, or someone who is very inspirational based off of your own experiences, or even from experiences that you didn't necessarily have, but you're able to detach yourself at a very high perspective that gives you a sense of, what is the wording I'm looking for? It's very, very difficult. You guys, I feel like you're really, really good speakers, better than what I am right now, okay? And you're able to put yourself in other people's shoes, ultimately. Even if it's not something that you personally experienced. Wow, you guys are an amazing friend, family members, parents, siblings. You guys do a lot of your magic through your own interpersonal connections. And this could be breaking karmic patterns or karmic cycles within families. We also have resulting from the honesty and strength of the use of your intuition. That one doesn't really make that much sense. Resulting from the honesty and strength of your intuition. Yeah, you guys have very strong messages that come through to you, and I feel like they aren't always the easiest, and they aren't always, the lightest situation to move through. And so that could be one reason why maybe it's something that you try to suppress or shut down, because you could feel like only the negative things ever come up, because the positive things you could be taking for granted and not recognizing just how divinely timed or how true the connection is, and not seeing the blessing for what it is. Especially those intuitive hits that you get on positive things, you could just overlook them. So Spirit's just saying to slow down and really be present in all the positive things that you're picking up on and noticing, and the things that you already have around you. So this card's supposed to represent what you should do less of in order to have your magical abilities to flourish. We have the 10 of Swords. Ooh, okay. So you guys could be very hard on yourself. I feel like a lot of people have wronged you in the past. Maybe you wronged yourself. Maybe you made the wrong decisions knowingly. Maybe you acted out of lower vibrational energies. And there's a lot of swords in your back, whether you placed them there or other people did. Your guys' strongest magical ability right now is the power of forgiveness. And I feel like you're working on it with yourself. I don't feel like... there could be a certain situation that you're learning to forgive other people and trust that this forgiveness is coming from a higher place, and that there's a lot of weight to be released. I feel like you guys are tapping into a little bit more of your shadow abilities. And you guys could be very persuasive as well. Make sure you're taking that in the right direction. Acupuncture is coming through very strong. This is supposed to be what you should be doing less of. You could be pinpointing yourself, your flaws, certain parts of yourself that you want to change, or just certain parts of you that you aren't satisfied, instead of just looking at yourself as a whole and really trying to find solutions to those problems. But I'm getting a lot of you guys could be really good at acupuncture, okay? I don't know why that came through, but maybe you could use some acupuncture or a chiropractor. A lot of you guys are having like inflammation, either in certain parts of your body or like having a... Okay, now we're just getting in messages that... See, and that could be exactly what you guys do when you start to hit, the everyday tried and true intuitive messages. You just kind of glaze over them. And I feel like for some of you, you guys could be having allergies and just like normal stuff like that. I'm not a doctor, but that is a very good playoff, that when it comes to be the more simple, noticeable, not necessarily noticeable, messages from Spirit that your intuition is feeding from you, you just start to play it off like, oh yes, that's just me, that's just my brain, when really Spirit's trying to make these messages very clear to you. But when it comes to more of the heavier stuff, I feel like you guys pull much more into your physical body and your 3D emotions, and then you turn it towards yourself. So really be careful with that. Like I said, this reading is kind of turning into just what is going on right now within your magical talents and abilities. So this could be something that's going through a hard time, and we're gonna hopefully with these last two get more of what you can do to help. We also have, I'm gonna scoot these over, the Page of Swords, or the 11 of Air. Octahedron Luck. A lot of you guys, okay, so there is a lot of skepticism going on here. A lot of you guys could, which is ironic that you're here. I mean, maybe this was who you were in the past, but there could be something that's just too good to be true. And I feel like that's how you approached certain situations in the past, okay? And your intuition maybe was showing you just how tried and true and good enough to be true a certain person, place, thing, opportunity in life that you received, and you could have just let that slip away. You could have let that, escape you, and that could be some form of regret that you're holding on yourself. Wow. The Page of Air, or the Page of Swords, again, we have a lot of communication going on here, a lot of social networking and sharing your voice, sharing your story, and being truthful as well. So I feel like right now, your guys's, what your magic could use in order to be enhanced right now, for some of you, there could be apologies, whether you're giving or taking them, that could really heal and bridge some gaps between certain relationships with past family members, friends, intimate connections that you've let go of. And, take this message with your own discernment. Only reach out to those who the healing is really needing to take place for your own benefit. So again, this is a general reading, you guys. Whew. All right. Also, I'm picking up that a lot of you guys can have, I think I said this earlier, the clairaudience, or you're able to write things down as well, and as you just start writing random stuff, the messages are able to flow through you, or you're able to pick up on other people's thoughts and conversations, a little bit of a mind reader. But I feel that some of it does get, just because your energy is not as clear right now, I feel like your 3D self may intervene a little bit of a nitpicking, so just be careful with that. I stay honest here, okay? We also have Create Space Raspberry. These are supposed to be just things that you can reach for in your spiritual practice that can help enhance your magical abilities. And it was coming up earlier with this 10 of Cups that maybe you guys haven't been fueling your body in the most efficient way. So maybe eating more fruits, veggies, water. Shouldn't we all? Maybe even just organic stuff too. For some of you, I'm getting, you're not afraid to even pick off wild, not even necessarily edible. I feel like for just shits and giggles, even some of you would walk up to a bush or a plant, a tree, pick off a bud and just eat it. Okay? Do it. I don't know. But with this Create Space Raspberry, there's a nest here. And another sense of community, of family, home. And with the Trust card coming out here too, it's a little bit shaky. So maybe you guys could be reworking, again, family connections, family dynamics and ties, or revisiting someone or something that used to be home to you. And that could be even visiting locations that you feel spiritually pulled to from past lives. Because I feel like this burden coming through from these very two strong guided figures, you guys are definitely working through something that maybe you haven't even faced just in this lifetime. It could be something that you've cycled back through and visiting spaces that you feel pulled to make a spiritual journey to can really connect you back to certain energies that will help you work through this. And a lot of you, I feel like you aren't, if this doesn't resonate with you, go ahead, choose another pile. But for some of you, your abilities really aren't as tapped into as they can be, okay? Because I'm not picking up on a lot of it. So I feel like a lot of it is being blocked or suppressed right now. This journey and this healing can really help you tap into more of those. Wow. I'm feeling some kind of pain too, you guys. That's some heavy stuff going through. You could also need to create a space for like an altar. If you have like crystals and whatnot, I get really guilty of doing this too, is just putting it around some cluttered area and then it gets dusty, it gets forgotten about. So that could be something that you're needing to do, is just refresh your home, your energies, do some spring cleaning, some summer cleaning, whatever season it is. You could be doing some dusting, make your bed, pick up those cups that are on your nightstand. And just do the small things that can really help change the feng shui of your home life. We also have Heart's Home, more home space. You guys could feel like, wow, you're not fitting into either your community, your family. Maybe you just don't feel accepted by others and you just didn't feel worthy of whatever opportunities or relationships that you were offered in the past. And I feel like that's just because maybe you guys aren't, it's not a relationship spread. Again, this is just the energies that are coming through. I can't make something out of nothing, okay? So this is the message that you're gonna get. But with the create space and Heart's Home, you guys could feel like you're still trying to find your place in this world. That could be physically, and it could also be professionally, with a lot of the throat chakra coming through here. As far as what we say and what we do in our day-to-day life. And you guys may be getting tired of waiting for the world to come to you, because I feel like there's certain opportunities that could have been blessed upon you in the past that, maybe you're not going to get a second chance at. So instead of waiting for this third chance or second chance to come back around to you, you're going to go out and make it. You're going to go out and find it. And for your magical, what you can do, oh my gosh, I'm a mess. What you can do to enhance your magical abilities, I would say you guys are looking for like a fresh start too. You could be trying to relocate and to move. And honestly, I think that would be the best option for you. I mean, if that's something that you're trying to do, I would definitely say go for it. That might be something that those closest to you, like your family and your friends, that they're not necessarily going to want to let you go any further than where you already are. As I was saying, for a lot of you who are feeling called and pulled towards a certain destination or just some alone time, honestly, I think that it's meant to pull you away from a lot of what's going on in and around you and to really spark more of your intuitive and born abilities. I didn't turn that light on. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you. I had to dump my SD card because it was full, so sorry. But I feel like this venture is made to pull you away from, you know, your coworkers, your family, those who are just interacting around you, and pull you in closer to yourself, because I feel that your magical abilities right now are being fogged over by a lot of the shadow work that you're being called to look into. And this could be something that, you know, the shadow work could have been something that took place years or lifetimes ago. My hands are all sweaty. Sorry, I'm like rubbing them all over my chair. But I did just want to wrap that up for you guys. I'm sorry. This is just kind of the messages that are coming through. If you feel like this doesn't resonate with you, please feel free to pick another pile. I hope you at least got 1 or 2 messages out of this. And if you did, let me know in the comments. Give the video just a simple like. If you don't want to share anything, that's completely okay. I respect that. And don't forget to subscribe so I can post more future videos for you. I really want to see how successful you guys are going to be at rising through this energy. It's very questionable right now. I feel like you guys are having a little bit of, you know, can you trust these messages? Should you trust your intuition? And my answer to you is yes. You know, follow where it's leading to you. Don't turn away from those answers, whether they're simple yeses or difficult nos, okay? All right, well, I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello, collective number 3. If you chose this last pile, we're going to be taking a look at just pretty much what the current state is of your magical abilities, and then what you can do to enhance them. So if this video resonates with you anywhere throughout, like I said, you know the drill. Give the video a simple like, or in the comments let me know what parts resonate with you. Also, if you feel like this pile doesn't pick up on your energy, please feel free to select another pile. I hope that at least everyone gets 1 or 2 messages out of these, of course. So collective number 3, thank you for joining me, and we're going to take a look at what you can do to enhance your magical abilities. We have number 32, confidence, adds up to the number 5. It says, by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. So that's a little spell magic or mantra that you can use to say to yourself or during any of your spiritual practice to really bring a lot of earth and fire from this I was going to say root, but this is the sacral chakra where the confidence spews from. So you guys could be having a little bit of, you know, shyness around your own capabilities and potential magic abilities. So this is spirit saying, have that confidence, work on that sacral chakra to help give you that push behind you, because you guys have a lot of potentials. You just could be a little bit afraid right now to fully embrace that and to fully share it with the world in your own way. Whoa, we got more orange. This is a very color coordinated reading so far with the other piles. So any kind of orange items or crystals, anything that you can place around your altar or wear, even like bracelets, necklaces, whatever, or hold near and dear to you. Any kind of orange and yellow is definitely flowing through. We have golden solar dragon, helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Yeah, you guys have a lot of archaic, really, I'm getting like golden age knowledge. A lot of you guys could be into older rituals and older practices, more traditional, or just really giving homage to your culture, your past, your ancestors. A lot of you guys could be pulled to certain spiritual practices and religions that you've had and held even in past lives. Maybe you didn't grow up around these beliefs, and so that could be why this confidence card, it could be a little bit intimidating for you to step forth and into this godly light, because it's something that's a little bit, could be a little bit out there, a little bit woo 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 woo. There is, with all this orange too, fire could be very prominent for you to use fire magic in your practices. Like, not just burning candles, but like you could be etching things into candles, into bay leaves, drawing and writing on certain items, and then putting them into the flame. Holds a lot of high potentials for you at the moment. We also have the King of Arrows, or the King of Swords, which is the Kingfisher. He's also orange and blue. He's blending right in with these energies. So, the King of Swords is someone who has a very, very sharp mental capacity and just processing. You guys are fully in tune and locked into your higher self, your intuition, your spiritual path and calling. I feel like if you are just now starting to find what resonates with you, you're kind of diving deep into it, and you're diving fast, okay? And that's just because I feel like you're being pulled very strongly towards this belief, this knowledge that you're being given by your higher self, your spirit team, angels. That they're just giving you one after another. You could be really seeing and picking up on synchronicities for your magical talents and abilities other than your innate heightened intuition. I feel like you guys are able to see into the past as well, or like speak to people beyond certain realms. You guys could really pick up on other people's thoughts and feelings, of course, like empathetic energies, but I feel like you guys feel it. Like, you guys get it deep down to your core. It's nice to see too with this pile, it doesn't seem like you guys are really, other than probably having some confidence, give and take, I feel that you trust. It's because you're feeling this more in your sacral chakra, just hits a little bit differently, that you're able to not really second guess your intuition. You guys go straight forward. You dive deep and you dive fast, okay? It's pretty sweet. We also have number 13, the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. Again, this is kind of giving me past life cycles as well. This is supposed to be what you should do more of in order to enhance your magical talents and abilities. So with that Death card, it's almost like a death to the ego, or letting go of past habits, addictions, any past struggles that you've been having. Maybe there's certain connections that you finally need to, cut the cords on. And maybe it's a connection that you've been done with for years, but it's just something that you're still tying yourself to this person. Yeah, that Scorpio energy just coming through. Again, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you guys are picking up on that has resonated with you in past lives. So that's kind of why it's really starting to click with you. We also have the Six of Cups, another Scorpio represented card, which talks about reaching back out to past friends, family connections, soul connections that we have cultivated over multiple lifetimes. There could be a Scorpio in your life too, that or someone who represents more of the Scorpio energies that could harness a lot of energies that you could be working with or around. I'm picking up that this person can offer a lot of guidance and knowledge to you. And I feel like it's just kind of like a strong masculine energy. Not necessarily Scorpio, okay? It's not sign specific. But there's like, this person has some knowledge of a lot of this deeper, darker, archaic knowledge. And I feel like this could also be you guys. Because this card that came out here, become an inspired leader. And you also have the King of Swords out here. You guys are really in the spotlight, or at least being recognized for your devotions and able to harness and work in. Also, sorry, I'm searching for the word. You guys are in the process of really growing your magical abilities, energetic abilities, that you're starting to really build the foundation of feeling confident in yourself and in your work, whether you're doing or using your magic for other people's benefits, or if you're just using it to help you through your everyday soul journey. People are really recognizing that, and I feel like you're just really starting to embrace that part of yourself, even though at one point in time it could have been something that was a little bit taboo or people didn't really understand about you. So it could have been something that you kept behind closed doors, and now you're ready to start sharing it with other people. You could be offering it. You could be sharing your wise words, your wisdom, your own spiritual journey. This one's flowing pretty clearly, so we're going to get into a couple more cards here to see what you can do to enhance your magical abilities. We have Unakite, so this could be a crystal or stone that you would want to reach out to for now to help you enhance whatever magical talents and abilities that you're working with. And it says, answered prayers. All of your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. Wow, I was focused on this whole behind closed doors thing because this door's closed, that one's cracked. And I do feel like for some of you, you could be becoming so detached from the actual 3D world that you could be like leaving a job that just no longer serves you. It's just not an energetic fit. And that could not necessarily be just a job. It could be any place, person, thing. You know, take it as it resonates. And I feel like you guys are finally releasing that because there's something better reaching out for you that's much more well fit, that's healthier, that really makes you feel valued, and to feel confident in your own energies. Maybe you just weren't really feeling recognized or appreciated. Maybe you never, at first, I feel like maybe at first in your journey, you didn't quite understand or just didn't really recognize or appreciate all of the magic that was around you. That's not the case now. Also with this answered prayers card, so using a form of prayer in whichever shape or form fits for you can really help call in whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And I'm getting like mantras, of course, scriptures, reading out loud. And a lot of good things are coming to you. And I feel like that's because you guys are really starting to embrace your own magical talents and abilities, and that you're starting to kind of refine it and go to work with these magical abilities, that you're finally feeling a little bit more balanced. And for that, a lot of blessings are starting to flow through you guys. I'm picking up on a lot of surprises coming through. We also have the 9th house, which is represented by Sagittarius energies. Now, you don't have to be Sagittarius, but it's very fiery, motivated, and it says, on here. These cards are kind of weird, but the ninth house is all about philosophy, which does not surprise me. This is the house of astrology as well, I believe. At least philosophy and laws that are involved. It's kind of a there's no small aspect to it. It's go big or go home. I feel like your guys' magic is really just growing in the environment that you're holding it in right now. So do your best to really keep it there and keep doing what you're doing, because this is flowing very nicely. I really don't have much more to say than these cards are literally speaking for themselves. Which is, ooh, it's a strong reading. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just reading a lot or like researching a lot. If you're not doing that, you're finding a lot of the answers of the questions that you have about your spiritual beliefs, your talents and your abilities, your magic. It's all flowing through you naturally, and it's being unveiled to you through small messages in your day-to-day life, whether that's the angel numbers or just seeing things in the world around you or things that aren't in this world around you. Again, for some of you, you could be seeing people seeing beyond certain veils. I'm getting with this kingfisher, I always picture this water as like, I don't want to say the veil, but literally like it's a whole different dimension down there. Okay, we dive down into our subconscious, which is generally represented by pools of water. And then with the death card to come out after that with the Six of Cups, you're very much so able to either astral project or send yourself into different dimensions and interact and retrieve certain downloads or messages from your higher self, from people who have passed, from certain guides, really bringing that into your 3D self. And I feel like you guys are really starting to get those green lights that this is meant for you, this is working for you. And if you have been searching for that message, well, this is your affirmation, okay? You guys are glowing, literally. Look at these colors so far, okay? Whew. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is supposed to be what you can do less of in order to have your magical talents and abilities grow. So the Nine of Pentacles, this is the death to the ego that we were looking for. This is putting a lot of value on material things, on money, 3D tangible objects. It's a very, very self-independent energy. So I feel like you guys are going within, but you're also at the same time trying to defeat your own self. A lot of that kind of work. A lot of you could be giving up certain items in your house. You could be downsizing. You could be minimalizing. You could be also working on your finances in a more responsible manner. And also of doing less of doing it all on your own, okay? So there could be, again, this Scorpio kind of masculine guided energy that I was picking up on earlier. It's kind of like a guru almost. Definitely reach out to them as well, because I feel like your energies are stronger together is what I was picking up. And this could be a significant person in your life. It could be your partner, your life partner, a family member, a sibling who is a family member. You know, it's just that you don't have to do everything all on your own. And there could be a sense of, oh, I'm better off on my own. I'm stronger alone. You might want to look into that, because that could come from a sense of having to be on your own, resulting from like abandonment, And it's ironic too that this confidence shows up here, but also with the 9 of Pentacles, it shows me that you guys are doing really well at doing less of what you should not be doing in order for your magic to grow. Is that you could be becoming less self-centered, less focused on how you're being perceived by others. You know, we would take this to the extreme as like narcissistic qualities. You guys are at the opposite end of that spectrum. You're doing very well from detaching yourself from your ego and your 3D self. That's amazing. All right, we're also going to take a look. We have the Ace of Pentacles, tradition. Okay, so I knew that there's something going on here between like ancestors, past lives, and just interacting with really old energies on this planet and honoring that sense of tradition. This is a beautiful reading. Wow. The Ace of Pentacles too is someone who's a master manifester. The Ace of Pentacles is something that, you know, you're able to get it to show up at the palm of your hand after you've just done one penance or, you know, one Hail Mary, so whatever it is. But you guys are able to create your own reality and control the energies around you like none other. Okay, so very, very, very strong magic in pile number 3. And to have the 9th house of philosophy, ooh, you guys, I'm like trying to search for words and the cards are just pairing very nicely. So we also have Finding Grace, Starflower. And then we also have What Needs Mending, Comfrey. So those are 2 herbs that could be very beneficial to you right now is Starflower and Comfrey. And then we ended out here with a lot of green and purple. So it started off very orange and blue, as you can see, went into more of the greens and yellows and into the greens and purples. So it seems like your chakras are very much so aligned, pile 3. Wow. Also, we have the Finding Grace and What Needs Mending. The Finding Grace is a spotlight card, okay? Someone who always wants to be behind the curtain that's opening, and then to have it What Needs Mending, to be in a cocoon. You guys are absolutely fine with either removing yourself from the spotlight. With this, what you need to do less of with that 9 of Pentacles is someone who would want to be recognized, someone who wants to be, you know, the ultimate version of themselves and very self-sufficient. But to take this in the reverse, okay, we would want to be very detached from our ego, ourself, and the 3D. Y'all seem to be hiding a little bit. And it's not necessarily hiding. You guys are transforming behind the scenes. And I feel like it's just because you're getting to learn yourself and embrace your magic as it already is. You're doing really, really well. I don't really have much advice for you guys here because this is something that's very innate to you at the moment. It's something that's coming very naturally and it looks like it's flowing really, really well. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Take a break as needed right now. And all I could say really is just be less worried about how the outside world is perceiving you because you are on a much bigger journey, okay? It has nothing much more to do with the 3D realm that you reside in as much as your 5D self is learning from a lot of the connections and a lot of things that you've already worked through. A lot of things that you've already faced in this lifetime and have accomplished to cut cords with are struggles and ties that you've held from past lives. So, although everything may be kind of pushing forward right now as you're learning to embrace these abilities, this magical part of yourself. I feel like it's going to be smooth sailing for a little bit as you dive deeper into this part of yourself and really start to hone in on those abilities. Because right now you're in this cocoon phase. I feel like in the next, this is really far-fetched, but for the next decade for you guys who chose pile number 3, I feel like there's about to be a new curtain call or a sequel. Okay, so we're about to start facing issues. We're about to start facing challenges, is what I meant to say, that we have either not faced before in previous lifetimes, or just certain challenges that are going to approach us in a very, very different manner. This is an ending of an old chapter with your energies that you guys literally just leveled up in front of us, okay? No doubt. So when you level up, things get a little bit harder. Different boss battles happen. You know how it goes. But this is a very powerful set of cards that I am just still trying to dig around for words other than keep doing what you're doing. Embrace it no matter how avant-garde it is to those who are around you. I think that they all knew that this was who you were going to grow into being, is this very vibrant, glowing, spiritual guru who has, I think the people around you think that you literally are a witch, or, that you're someone who's really able to use the power of manifestation to get what it is that you want in life, and that could have gained you some kind of recognition that maybe was only short-lived, and that could have been okay with you. Or maybe you literally willingly chose to step down from certain positions from a very humble standpoint. Your spiritual team around you is very, very active at the moment, so whatever it is that you can speak or literally put out into the 3D world right now as far as what you're trying to manifest, just like that. Just like that. Okay, my hands are a little bit sweaty, but yeah, you guys, pile number 3. Keep kicking ass, okay? You guys are doing amazing. I think I'm literally gonna leave your pile at that. This is a short and sweet one. If you feel like, this isn't resonating with you, you can go ahead and try to view another pile if you feel called to do so. Otherwise, what you guys can do right now to enhance your magical powers or magical abilities, with all this orange too, I'm picking up like incense coming out through the bowl, like orange. Like I'm smelling actual orange. If it's fall or autumn where you are at, for some reason I'm also smelling like burnt leaves, burnt grass, like actual cleanup of the forest floor. For some of you, you could just be becoming more aware of the planet around you that you're actually on, and trying to do more selfless service towards those who are in need. Yeah, this is all just, you guys are on the right path. It doesn't seem like there's anything in particular coming up here, so I will leave it there, you guys. This is a general reading, of course, so if you feel like, this isn't going right with you and you want a personal reading that's all about you and for you, all the information's in the description box on how you can get that with me. So thank you guys. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you. If you feel like you are really fully embracing your power here, or you could give it a simple like, just real quick. Yeah. Also, if you like it, why not subscribe? Because you can vote on what videos I post next. So, yeah. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. Sorry to make my ending super awkward, but I'm going to be confident in what I say and what I do, and I will see you guys next time. I'll send you love and light. Bye.